Hey everyone, so today I decided to vlog because it is a very exciting day slash probably one of the most stressful days of my life so far. I mean, this week in general has been very stressful, but today is going to be particularly stressful because this morning I have a driving test. Obviously that is not fun in the slightest. This will be my third one and I'm just really hoping it goes okay. I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much because it is my third one, so I'm not really too hopeful, but I really hope it goes okay. The annoying thing is like I know I can drive at this point, if that makes sense, so a lot of it is just going to depend on like what happens on the actual test. So that is at 11:11, which is my lucky time, so that might play on my side maybe a little bit, but it's at 11:11. It's currently 9:45, so in 15 minutes my driving instructor will be here and we will be going out. I am feeling so nervous, I feel so sick, I'm so shaky, I'm just not excited in the slightest, and I just really hope I can get it over and done with. Even if the outcome is not what I want, at least it will be over and I can just not think about it for like a little while, because yeah, I don't enjoy driving. I just want to pass so I can have my license and then I don't have to think about driving again, to be honest. So that's what's happening this morning. That's like the first stressful thing. And then this afternoon I'm actually getting the keys to my new house, hopefully. So that is stressful, but in a different type of way. Like I'm actually super excited about that. Obviously that's going to be really fun. I can't wait to actually like walk in and know that this place is mine for the next few months or years or however long. So I'm really excited about that. That is kind of getting me through this driving test because I know I have something exciting afterwards. Although I think by this evening I'm going to be so knackered because after my other two driving tests I've been so tired. It's literally wiped out all of the energy from me. Like I feel like it's very mentally draining driving and driving tests. So I'm going to be tired from that, and then I'm going to have to pack up the car and move a whole bunch of my stuff to my new flat. So that is the plan for today. I thought I would vlog it because I know it's going to be super exciting and I'm sure this is going to be a vlog that I'm going to want to look back on. So yeah, I'm going to try and relax for the next 10 minutes. I might try and put on like a meditation or something to calm myself down because I'm feeling very nervous, and then I will check back in with you after my test. I am now back home and you can probably tell from the state of my face that I did not pass. Honestly, I look so rough. I ended up crying in front of the examiner and my instructor, which was so embarrassing, and honestly it's just not like me at all. Like I'm not a public crier, if that's even a thing. You know, like I would never cry in front of teachers or anything at school or even primary school, so definitely didn't plan to cry, but I was just so angry and so annoyed that I just couldn't stop myself. Basically I got one minor and then one major, which is obviously the thing that failed me, and that was for not observing well enough at a roundabout, which I think is a load of BS, but you know, that's what he said. Apparently there was a car there, but it's just very frustrating because I didn't see a car, I can't like remember a car, and I can't now obviously like look back at my test and see a car. So that's like the most annoying thing. I wish like testing, like cars that were being tested had like dash cameras or something so you could actually watch back where you went wrong, because it is so frustrating not being able to re-watch that and actually like see what happened. So yeah, I'm very annoyed. It's probably been like the most annoyed I've been following one of these driving tests. Like I don't care that I failed, like I really don't have any, I don't care that I've, you know, done my test 3 times or anything like that. I feel like that was quite a big thing when people were learning at school. Like they were super embarrassed to tell people that they'd failed, and like they just wouldn't tell people if they were taking their test, and then they wouldn't tell them if they'd failed the test or whatever. I don't care about that whatsoever. Like I could take 100 tests and I would tell people very proudly or not so proudly. But I think the most frustrating thing is that I know I drove well in that test. Like I feel like I deserved to pass. I have never driven that well in my life. Like I just really felt like I'd nailed it, and unlike my other 2 tests, I got back to the test centre and I was like, yep, I failed, it's fine. With this one I thought I'd passed and I was convinced I'd passed. I thought I'd absolutely nailed it. So then getting back to the test centre and he was like, nah, you failed. I was like, I just so frustrated, so annoyed at the situation. I just cannot be bothered with driving anymore. It has caused me so much stress, so much anxiety. It has made my life a little bit miserable for the past few months because I hate it so much, and that is the main reason I wanted to pass today, just so I didn't have to think about it anymore, didn't have to do lessons, didn't have to drive. So the fact that this is going to be something I still have to think about, and I now have to think about trying to squeeze it in a 9-to-5 job and in a town that I no longer live in, is just really annoying. It is so frustrating, and it would have just made my week if I had passed today, because I would have passed my test, got a new flat, started a new job. Like, it would have been a good week. So this has put a little bit of a downer on it, but I am going to try and like move on from it. It is now a few hours later, so I've had a couple of hours just to like get everything out my system. I've had a cup of tea, I've had some chocolate, feeling a little bit better now, and I think in maybe 5 minutes or so we are going to head out to my new flat and I'm going to pick up my keys. So that is super exciting. I'm going to try and focus on that instead of my failed driving test. So that is the plan now. We have loaded up the car with quite a lot of my stuff, and yeah, we're gonna head and get my keys, which is super exciting. So I have finally signed all the contracts and everything. Everything's been approved. I've been given my keys and I'm officially the renter of this little place, and I am so excited. It is just as I remembered it, and I'm literally so happy. I can't wait to move all my stuff in here and like decorate and everything like that. But I figured while it's in this clean and empty state, I would give a little bit of like an empty flat slash apartment tour, just so I can look back on. I'm sure it's never going to be this clean and tidy again. So I thought I would just document what it looks like to start with, and then I can also document my journey with like decorating it and everything. Okay, so I'm currently standing at the front door. This room to the left of me is the bathroom, so super cute. I mean, it's just a bathroom. Got a bath, got a shower, got a little cupboard above the sink, got a sink obviously, got a towel rack, got another towel rack, and then also got a toilet. So that is the bathroom. And then through here I've got a full length mirror, so this is me. And then I've got my bedroom through here. So it's a fairly small bedroom. I actually don't know where the light is. Oh, it's here. It's a fairly small room. I don't think if you were a couple living here you'd have enough space, but it's just me, so I can fit in just about, I reckon. Got this wallpaper. This is in the living room as well. I'm not the biggest fan, but it could be a lot worse. It could be a lot more garish, so I can deal with that. And then I've also got like a little built-in wardrobe as well, which is perfect because I don't think this room would have enough space for a wardrobe. And then finally I've got the living room slash kitchen. So there is that wallpaper again. Just looks like this. I mean, it's just a pretty standard living room. And then the kitchen is like attached to it. I'm so excited by the amount of cupboard space. I'm literally like, that's one of the things I'm most excited about living by myself, is being able to fill all of the cupboards and just spread myself out, because obviously at university I only had like one cupboard and one drawer. So very excited about that. But I've got a washing machine, got a cooker, and then I've also got a fridge all sorted, which is nice. But yeah, that is what my flat currently looks like. It is very empty. I'm gonna go downstairs now and grab some stuff from the car and start filling it up with all of the bits that we've brought with us. Woo, it boils. So we brought up all of the stuff that we brought with us. It doesn't look like very much, but we also had the mattress in the car, so it was pretty packed. I feel like we're gonna have to do quite a few trips to fit everything in. We've got the kettle all out, so that's all ready for a cup of tea tomorrow. These oven thingamajiggies are soaking because they were so gross, so hopefully they are a little cleaner tomorrow. But we are gonna leave this little flat for now. We've done all the sort of like boring inventory stuff. Feeling pretty tired, gonna go get a cup of tea or something, and then we're gonna go see a sofa I think that someone's selling, and then we're gonna go home and hopefully eat because I am starving. It is now almost 7 o'clock, I think. I'm currently waiting in the car. I think I might be buying a sofa this evening, which is very exciting. We just went and viewed one and it was actually really nice. So my mum's just gone back into the house now to talk to the guy. I think she's going to ask to see if we can get it at a little bit of a cheaper price than what he's offering it at. So I'm staying in the car because that makes me feel super awkward, because I'm honestly just so, that really scared me, that car. I'm honestly just too socially awkward to deal with things like that. So I'm chilling in here, and then I'm going to wait to see what she says when she comes out. And then I think we're going to try and fit a few parts into this car. It's a pretty big sofa because it's like a sofa bed and it's got storage and everything, but because it's IKEA, it's all in parts. So we're hoping we can maybe fit it in this Mini in a few trips maybe, which would be ideal because I really don't want to pay to hire a van. So we will see. I'm going to wait here and see what the verdict is. Looks like I've now got a sofa. Woo! So exciting. 3.5 hours later and we have finally got all of the different pieces of the sofa into my little flat. Thank goodness. I am finally back home. I am all tucked up in bed, feeling and looking very tired. I think it's like 11 o'clock now, which is the latest I've stayed up by far since I've been back from New Zealand, because I've just been so jet lagged and so tired all the time. But basically we ended up viewing that sofa and we really liked it. So we just bought it there and then we had to try and fit it into my mum's car, which was a little bit of a squeeze because she's got a Mini. So we had to do 2 trips, and the drive to the person's house who was selling the sofa was like half an hour from my flat. So we had to drive there, load up the car, drive back, unload the car, drive back again, load up the car, and then drive back and unload the car, and then drive home, which is like another hour's drive. So it was a lot of time spent in the car. Also, it was really funny at one point. Well, actually it wasn't funny at all, it was quite bad. But when we were loading up the car for the final time, I shut the guy's house who we were buying the sofas from, like shut his front door, and he didn't have a key, and I locked us all out, which was just awful. Like, we couldn't get back in. He had a son who was in the house, but the son was just not answering the door. The guy kept like knocking. He started throwing stones at his window. He got a big wooden stick and was like hitting the son's window with it. Literally, I think we were out there for like half an hour before the son realised and actually let us in. So that obviously meant that we were there even longer, and then we finally got all the rest of the sofa bits, got back in the car, got back to my flat, unloaded it, and now I'm back home. And I am so ready for bed. I think we're going to IKEA tomorrow morning, which I'm super excited about. So I think I'm going to film tomorrow as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed seeing what my new flat is going to look like, and I will see you tomorrow for an IKEA vlog. Bye.